So hello and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. So as you might have noticed, there have been a few things going on behind the scenes. Well, you can see the house is a bit upgraded. My armor is different. So I'll just first give you a little recap and then we'll just be going on with the main storyline. See you back in a moment. So first off, I took a look at my new home. Then I got some armor upgrades via this guy. After which I collected some Skellige Gwent cards. Then I won a Gwent tournament using that same Skellige deck. Also, not kidding, Garrett got himself hired to search for the testicles or, well, stones of a statue. Yeah, some major stuff. Did some monsters. Upgraded my armor, after which I found out that I had no coin left to buy the Manticore armor, which I found unacceptable, so I reverted to an earlier save to buy the lovely nostalgic Manticore armor instead of upgrading the Oscene set. After which, well, this happened. Yeah, now don't take me wrong, I absolutely love CD Projekt Red's work, but this, well, apparently for some weird reason they decided it was a good idea to give the Manticore armor a different model or NG+. Yeah, somehow. So obviously I went up to the Nexus to see if there was a fix, and yes, there was. Bless you, Monochrony. Thank you. So now, some more Witcher stuff, doing tournaments to lift curses and witness true love. Oh, well, got myself a glorious painting afterwards. Some more Witcher stuff, hunted some bandits, doing some more Gwent, and then when I went resuming my search for a statue's balls, I found this home. Yeah, well, so finally it was time for more Witcher stuff. Yeah. So let's see. Welcome back again. And we have to see, let's see, we have to meet Rages at the graveyard, it seems. Bit typical though. Meeting a vampire at a graveyard. Oh well. I'm really glad though that they added Regis in the game. I did not really expect. Well, I had some kind of idea that it might happen after all. Blood and Wine, well, suggest vampires, and well, Garrett has one vampire friend, and that is Regis. So, well, why wouldn't he be in there? But in the meantime, he's pretty close to. Yeah, he's not actually. He is close to dead in the books. So it was a bit. I doubted it. But I'm really glad they did put him in there with a little, well, yeah, working around the fact that he's pretty much dead part, but oh, and we have some, oh, oops, oh, damn it, okay, so, first off, we'll just have to handle this Archspore, it seems. Cursed oil, come on, and some golden aureole, always handy. And let's get to it. No, not your fist, Geralt. Use the freaking sword. Okay, now time for some necrophage oil. Handy that it can be swapped within combat, but oh, hang it. Okay, and done that. Nice little chapel. Sort of. Hello. Knock knock.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
I see a cave entrance there, so that might be what we need here. Yeah, looks like it. We have some enemies down there, it seems. Yeah, boy. Well, let's just see. What the hell is that? Okay, what are you? Insectoid? I suppose an insectoid? Looks like it. Okay. So, Quen, just Quen, I suppose. No, don't hit me. Yeah. Oh! Okay, come on. Shut up. Oh, give me space. I need my space. Okay. 2 hits and then it blocks. Okay. Okay. Come on. And 1, 2. Done.
Kicking more eggs. Need to incinerate these to finish.
Well, let's throw some igni on them then.
Some stench.
Here we go. And last one. Okay. Let's go on. Oh, what? Oh, come on! Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Come on. Okay. 1, 2. Finally. Okay. Ah, those are a pain in the ass to fight, really. Yeah, well, let's move on. Path is open now, so... Cutscene time.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Right, he
Nothing
is.
comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
How can you figure out someone's position by a hand? Well, yeah.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinares' theory of tissue memory retention.
No, I
Rings a
haven't.
distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinares never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinares gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
So what is exactly with a ring, indeed? I suppose that's
Ring's
interesting.
pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. to remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Covenari spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlav's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few
Guess we're
ingredients
gonna
to
have to
choose
find
from.
that thing.
Fortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Twitch, twitch. And a raven. What is this? Game of Thrones? Yeah, well, on the other hand, ravens are pretty...
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Ooh, Rick is famous. Brews, let's see. Well, absolutely.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
It's a setup.
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. But I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Would he? Well... Okay. You know what? Yeah. Let's just say it.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer. To find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Well, not as far as I know.
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence.
The thing that was extinct?
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught.
Well, that's curious.
It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
So, what is the
Know
curse?
anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity.
Good question.
Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Okay then. Anything about a
Whites
white?
rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Okay, well, let's
do
look into
this.
it. It sounds
Start making a
curious.
decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario,
Yeah.
I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this
He doesn't know yet how to make
Will
it.
require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
Okay.
And to you, my friend.
Well then, let's first look into our ingredient then. Let's gather that. We'll see. Regis has found an alternative to that. Whatever it is. But yeah, okay, there's some building up there. Yeah, okay, I suppose we have to be there. What is that? That is a foglet. I hate foglets. Nope, I'm not going
Barghest.
to fight you.
Never a good omen.
Barghests. Barghests? Oh. Hey, I remember those from the first Witcher. Barghest. Moondust. Moondust. Okay. Actually, I just go for the Moondust. I think that's good enough. Just to make that whole freaking... restrict their movements a little bit. Oh, come on. Just... Oh, come on. So, yeah, okay. Hello. Okay, come. Whoops. last time, or not 2 times I suppose. Yep, yep. Oh no, 1. Very good. Okay, this is... spoons. Okay. So that is right. Now about the white.
Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
This is a really weird place. What the hell? The atmosphere really reminds me of Hearts of Stone, really. Spooky kind of yeah. That is not why. What? Kind of eerie, mysterious atmosphere that you had in Hearts of Stone, really.
Dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
Yep, it does.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Okay, let's see what we can find in here. I'm really curious about this. Open. What do we have here? Stained diary. I tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar who might to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. Cannot think, and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Mirror. Lies. No. Ah. Somebody got cursed and turned into a spotted white.
She was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
That might be the case. Decaying letter V. The master Levasseur. I believe this was cast on me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you kind that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. Wait, he sold me. This has gone through dim. Wait, what? This sounds terribly much like it's gone through dim. That guy is everywhere, isn't he? God damn it. Okay, let's further examine this for a moment.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse?
Huh.
None shall sit and die. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
Okay. Yay, that's something I wanted to know.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
I hope there's some kind of cure for this, really. Especially now I know that it's gone through a dim who actually seems to have cast
like a white
it.
flare. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere
I
around
really
here.
want to cure this thing. Just because they make it seem like he cast it, just because of that.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Okay, let's search for a spot. Well, what's
Table's
this?
set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Okay, but that might work. Hot wardrobe. Let's just hide in there. Okay. Oh, oops. Try to lift the curse. So what should we have to do for that to work?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift you.
Dude, the teeth.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Willing guest. Okay,
Just
so
need a bit for Regis.
okay, so we have the saliva now.
Now we'll tend to you.
Okay, what's the curse exactly? Let's hear it again.
Need to
Exact
get this
wording.
right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Okay. So then it would be kind of logical to just eat with whatever spoon, right? In that same logic, like none shall sit and dine at your table. Somebody sits and dines at the table, then then also the spoons. None of the spoons shall sate you. Some of the spoons should sate. Okay, if this fails, I'm just gonna restart it. Really.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen.
Not the right one?
Stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Okay, I screwed up. Damn it.
Damn it. Didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing.
So, okay, using the spoons does not work. Should swapping it work? That makes no sense, because regardless of and no spoon you have shall sate you, so then, well, I don't see the sense in swapping them. I guess not using spoons then.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
And there we go again. Okay, something is happening.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Yeah, that did something. That definitely did something. Okay then. Still kind of weirded out by how that riddle worked, but it's no spoons but a guest, so yeah, no, I don't really... Oh, come on, you can dodge better than that. Does explain the creepy setting though, if now turns out that Gunter Dim is behind all this. That would explain it, really. Okay. Done. Now let's see. Where did she go? Oh, that's something. It worked.
Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Old though, she's very old.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Is that something, did she age despite the curse or something? That the curse kept her alive for a long time and now that it is broken. That could be.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid.
100 years?
Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlina. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything.
Oh wait, what? This is the...
then broke his spoon.
This is even a Hearts of Stone
She was beautiful.
theme
Said she'd never
music
look at herself
in the
mirror
background.
again, since she adored feasts.
Yeah,
He swore
it was
no one
Gunter
would
and
ever
him.
wish to sit down with her. And as
Oh
she
boy.
refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
So, okay then. Report back to Regis. But I suppose I'll have to save that for another time. For now, I am gonna end it here. I hope I see you in the next one. Have a good day.